try to kind of visualize what we are seeing. We're on the beach, and you see the wave are building up, 10 feet, 15 feet, 20 feet, as it's coming. And I think I think AI is part of the key that make the wave exponentially growing bigger and bigger. So I guess all of us can just look at it, or we're trying to build the right surfboard so that when the tsunami hits, you have the right toolkits and both the right mindset and the skill set to ride out that tsunami. So AI could be part of the tsunami and could also be part of your surfboard as well. One of the key problems that we are seeing is the rapid increase of complexity of the AI technology. I think normal people, even me, now consulting large companies how to move to AI, I find it overwhelming with all the news happening every day. There's ChatGPT just announced, as of today's recording, we have the Claude 4 just announced, and Gemini 2.5 Pro, the VO3, and all this can be overwhelming. Are those just overwhelming information can be a lot of noise. I think leaders, when you look at how to evolve the company, you need to really have the discernment to what are the signals that you can pick up, and then so that you can use those signals to build the right surfboard to ride out that wave that is coming. So I think the number one is overwhelming of information. The information can also be fake information, partly due to all the latest text to image, text to video, and I think I've been playing with the VO3. Right now, if I look at the video, I need to really close attention for a veteran like me to discern whether that is an AI-generated video or a real video. Last year, I can just quickly using 3 seconds, I can tell it's AI generated. Right now with VO3, with the latest HeyGen or whatever, I think I need to use, as an expert, I still need to use maybe 30 seconds, 1 minute to look at it to discern. I think very soon, within maybe the ELC 2025, that's in October, I think that time we may not even me can discern whether that's true or not. And that will cause a tsunami of problem. How can you trust anything? If you don't trust anything, you don't trust anybody, what will the society become? I cannot fathom a society without trust, but looks like we are hitting to that tsunami.
For blockchain, I believe that in AI tsunami, you're already seeing the waves. Mm-hmm. For blockchain, if you've ever lived through a tsunami, you know that before you even see the waves, it is the pulling out of the water that you know something's coming back big, right?
The music is drumming, right? Yes.
So with blockchain, we are at a stage where the waves are being drawn out, okay? By the time you see the waves in a blockchain world, it will be too late already to build. In AI, I believe things are moving very fast, but also adoption. So where blockchain is concerned, in a world that trust is being eroded so quickly by tech, blockchain would be the tech used properly, structured well, to reinstate that trust. Web 1 and Web 2 was never created with protective environment, with a protection to safeguard any of its users, whether business or individuals. Now Web 3, which is going to be built, which is already built on blockchain, is where security becomes easier. You can actually build defenses individually as well as on a corporate perspective, because now with a decentralized web, you have autonomy. Now, what are the signals now with regards to blockchain? Unfortunately, blockchain's biggest and most popular use case is the cryptocurrency. what people don't realize is that blockchain can be used in businesses in terms of your provenance, how your goods are being tracked, the genuinity of parts. If you are in oil and gas, you know that every single part must fit a certain specification. It must come from a specific supplier. Anything less than that is going to cause danger on the platform, on the rigs. So all these things, blockchain are already being deployed, just not talked so much about. In Malaysia, we use it to track our fresh fruit bunches from the tree all the way to the processed oil, in terms of where our palm fruits come from, just to make sure that everybody understands we are very ESG compliant. So these are the things that the blockchain is being used to enable trust. The signals are already there. But blockchain is not sexy, not like AI, not like, even though I'm the most attractive sitting here, the tech
Yes,
is the least
no doubt
attractive,
about that.
unfortunately. But it should be the fundamental tech to be deployed on. And from there, you will be able to enhance security, do better with truth, once you've got the right platform.
Yes.
So that tsunami that's coming, you can build a stronger boat, a more agile surfboard to ride out the waves if you're riding on the right foundation. So the foundation has to come with a blockchain implementation. I think the government now has to step in. Governments of the world, globally and locally, you can start locally first, where you start coordinating for a cyber national security, which I believe most governments have. Now this is where they have to come and strategize. The government has to be cohesive in terms of redeploying internal country web on Web3. How do you secure your individuals, your citizens? What kind of cyber security are you looking at? We are talking about national defense. This is national defense already. How are you where are your cyber troops? We hear about cyber troopers on behalf of government doing propaganda. But where are the cyber troopers securing your people, securing what your people use most as an application, your internal infrastructure for life to continue if anything was to happen? So I think governments need to come together.
Yes.
Local governments and then regional, global. There needs to be cohesion and collusion to combat these, because the bad actors are very entrepreneurial. They are moving ahead, taking advantage, every advantage they have, to move against governments, actually, if the government thinks about it. They're moving against their security forces, everything. Nothing is sacred. So if the governments don't come together and set a timeline as to when everybody's doing this, we're in bigger trouble than we know, right? Because blockchain needs interoperability.
Yes.
Standards needs to be agreed on. You may not necessarily adopt the same blockchain or same protocol, but you need to agree on interoperable standards so that communication, information can be seamless. One of the first things to combating crimes and bad actors is always about communication. If the computers cannot talk to each other, if the people cannot talk to each other, that's the biggest advantage the criminals have. So that's where I think to secure the people need to step up. The people need to vote for a government who is going to take note of their cyber threats a lot more than just economy. All are important issues. This should now go straight up on a lot of campaign manifestos. That's where I think the people need to come in.
Yes.
So it comes back to the same thing that my colleagues are talking about: information awareness and educating yourself. Cryptocurrency is being used to finance or get financial support for legitimate products. So you have projects like decentralized self-sovereign identity, where it's an open platform, people are building on it, who's going to finance it? As an individual, I would be interested to finance it. So I see a token that is building on this project, I read up about it, I do all my due diligence on this project. Same due diligence you would do on a share and the company that issues this share before you invest heavily into a share. So the same due diligence, same things still need to be taken care of. Then you invest in that cryptocurrency, in that token. There are scam cryptocurrencies out there. There are also what we call meme coins out there. So at the beginning of all financial innovation, we already determined it is the entrepreneurial criminal mind that takes full advantage of this first before the real use cases come true. Now that wave has gone. In 2017, 2018, and then subsequently, we've weeded out quite a lot with FTX as well, hopefully.
It seems another bunch of meme coins are also coming back,
Meme
right?
coins are identifiable, so
Yeah.
you invest at your own risk. But if you want to identify on a legitimate project, do the due diligence, check out who's behind it. If it's a bunch of NFT faces, maybe you won't want to invest. You're not too sure about that, right?
Yes.
So these are the things that you want to do, and that would force project creator to come out and say, okay, we are legitimate or not, up to you. And then you invest. Then you invest in projects that has future implication, like self-sovereign identity and things like that. And you are able. Trump did something good. He brought a lot of highlights into crypto and blockchain.
Yeah.
Now, crypto is one blockchain product. Blockchain as a technology has many different products.
Yes.
So it's up to the individual to do what they want with the tech. As a company, I can use this tech to reduce by a huge amount the cost of compliance. It comes to cybersecurity reporting, it comes to banking reporting. You have to submit reports, and on top of those reports that are supposed to be audit logged, you need more technology behind that to say that these reports are true, there's been no tampering, or if there's any tampering, what does the audit log say? With blockchain, you don't need the secondary and tertiary technology monitoring the reporting technology. You just have one tech, and that is the trusted tech. And regulators can go straight into your server, look at everything, and be assured, because the tech itself is that. That is the very DNA of the tech. And this is where people still don't fully understand how blockchain can be utilized, not just in the cryptocurrency, it's just one product. There are many different things in compliance, RegTech, that blockchain can support.
Yeah.